Hello everybody, Triarius Wargaming here, and I just wanted to give you a quick bench update on what I've been working on. So there are going to be kind of three parts to this video. So the first part is, a couple of the projects I got here on the bench. The second part is going to be some recent purchases I made, which, I probably shouldn't have, but I did. And then the third part, I want to show you some books that I am going to be reading and kind of my future research. So here on the bench, completed. So yeah, they're not really the nicest looking miniatures ever. So depending on how I run my squads, so if I do the regular infantry squad, like the regular ground pounding infantry platoon, all these heavy weapons would be extra options. They don't come with that platoon and chain of command, and with the points on each of those, I'm only really going to be getting one of these. So you need 5 crew for each one. So I didn't do a full 5 crew for each one because I figure I'm only going to be having, if I run with that platoon, I'm only going to be having 150 cal. I'm not going to be buying 250 cals. So yeah, and then if I do the armored company, you get a mortar and 2, I guess technically 30 cals with it. But that in that case, then I would actually have troops from the other squad. So I made the full infantry platoon. I would use just the extra figures from that to make up the crews, because they have a totally different squad composition. These guys are from Empress, the artillery crew. I mean the mortar team, and then the rest of these are metal warlords figures, which again I was very sloppy on this. I don't love it, but what are you gonna do? And then these are all actually kit bashes, I guess, from the US sprue, and then with the German overcoat sprue. I think it'll stuck to the table here. I think they're passable, I guess. They're not the greatest. Don't look too closely, I guess, at some of the equipment. This is actually another kit bash from using. This is actually, that gun is from the Rubicon US supplies sprue or something. So I got that because I wanted to put some stowage on a Sherman tank I did earlier this spring, and I thought maybe I'll use this gun to kit bash a guy running with the machine gun to save me having to buy any more stuff. So that kind of concludes all the World War II I'm doing for this year. I kind of rushed these guys because I kind of felt World War II, I felt a little over it by the time I had finished 2 chain of command armies. So yep, that's what we got for that. And I do have the Panzer IV. We'll see when we get to that. So here on the bench, completed last week, are my heavy weapons teams for chain of command, and these are what I would consider probably the lowest quality painting that I would personally put on the table. And that's not, so these are no highlights really on these, just base coats and a wash. Next thing is we've got the Viking herdmen who are in progress, the Viking Huskarls and the leaders. So I've been painting through these guys like crazy, and that's actually going to be my rogue English commander. I'm just haven't put the banner on him yet. Those guys in the back are going to be my berserkers. There'll be 4 berserkers in the army for sword point. All right, my phone has not been cooperating today, so that's why I keep on cutting in and out. I don't know what's up with it. But yeah, I think these figures are pretty cool. This will be one of the main army standard bearers with the general, kind of a berserker there. This is, yeah, probably going to be the main army commander. He's kind of like this wizened old sea lord, I guess. So I only have those figures in the back left to do for this army. That is 10 figures left. Oh, and then these ones who I'm currently painting, who are almost done, and they just need a few more highlights on them. This is going to be one of my favorite figures in the army, this guy leaping out from the ranks. I think this is going to be pretty cool, a pretty cool force. So this will end up making 2 units plus a couple command stands and berserkers and stuff. And I'm kind of basing these for sword point, but you know, I'll use them for whatever rules I use them for. So then the last thing I've been painting is I was kind of bad. I couldn't help but start in on the next project, my Rangers and French and Indian War stuff, and I'll do a more in-depth video on them when we get there. So that is it for what I've been painting. Next, I want to show you some of my purchases, which, you know, I was kind of a bad boy. I shouldn't have bought the stuff, but I did, so I'll kind of take you through it. So first off, we have an order from Aventine Miniatures, and I want to finish my Imperial Romans this fall, and the reason I didn't finish them last year is because Victrix never released their damn auxiliary archers, which I needed to finish the army. So, but what I wanted to do is make my legionaries more interesting, and also I needed more centurions. So put an order into Aventine Miniatures. So we got some centurions, we've got some more Praetorian Guard figures to bulk up my Praetorian Guard cohort, some more command, some more Praetorian Guards. You know, whether they actually were that different looking than legionaries, I think that they only really had different shields from the sources. But here we've also got, you know, what I really wanted to do for my legionary cohorts is I wanted to have guys in mail, and that's mainly what I bought. I wanted to bulk out my cavalry a little bit, so I bought a couple cavalry packs. But yeah, mainly I was getting guys in mail and scale armor with, you know, the extra limb armor. Similar, you know, I think these will add a lot to the army. Just get, you know, I'm not one of those people who's in favor of that totally uniform looking legion, because I don't think they existed. They had a whole range of mix of armors. Annoyingly, the Victrix ones only come with the segmented armor. So I just got a bunch of different packs with different scale and mail armors. So yeah, I'm planning, you know, again, so those armor, well, all right. Tripping over myself here, sorry about that. So this project, I think, you know, we'll be looking at September. Or maybe earlier, depending on how things go. The Roman legionaries for me paint up very fast, so especially I think the mail armors will paint up very fast indeed. So those are gonna hopefully happen either in August or September, we'll see. But yeah, that was a purchase I've actually been meaning to do for a couple, since I started my Romans, but I just decided to pull the trigger just now. All right, so what else do we have for purchases? Well, I'm glad you asked. So I also put an order into First Court. So I need some baggage. So I have a couple carts that I bought earlier from Warlord and Empress. When I got my World War II stuff from Empress and Warlord, I got some carts. So I won't show you those right now because they're just carts, but I need to do my carts. I got these sheep to serve as objective marker. I got some medieval camp civilians, which I don't really want to open these, but just some camp stuff. Like, guy sitting on a log. I'll open them up here. you know, you got like a guy sitting on a log cleaning a shield. You got some campfire stuff. These will be good for the medieval stuff I want to do. I want to do a lot of sort of smaller scale medieval warfare. And now we got the other thing I got to finish off my sort of crusading army. Turcopoles. So these were Eastern Christians, and they're actually Muslims too, who fought with the Crusaders as light cavalry. So I got 6 of these Turcopoles, and those are going to be good for my sort of line rampant crusading force. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with these figures. I think they look great. The other thing I was thinking of doing for the Turcopoles is Gripping Beast, Byzantine, Horsemen, but in the end I just decided to get these first core ones because I like the look of them. So yeah, those are gonna be good. So that was kind of a smaller purchase. And then the final thing is I ended up putting in another order to Footsore, and I actually just put in another order the other day, which was really bad of me. So I've been waiting for the damned Norman infantry to come out from Victrix, and you know, doing my sort of army, I was thinking, how could I use just an all cavalry force? And my thoughts have been going to line rampant and the small scale crusading warfare, as well as the fighting in Spain. I was looking through the other day the not the Gripping Beast, the Warlord, the Warhammer Ancients El Cid book, which I found the PDF online. And I've got a lot of Spanish heritage. I've got a lot of relatives in Spain. So the Reconquista is, you know, really interesting to me. El Cid, especially, you know, growing up watching the Charlton Heston movie and visiting relatives in Spain. That really fired my imagination. So to kind of fight my generic 11th century Europeans, we're gonna do an army of Al-Andalus. So actually, not only did I get these a range of Arabic guys from Footsore who can serve as, you know, either Crusaders or Al-Andalus guys. I needed some more crossbowmen too. Not only did I get those, I also got this off of eBay. The Arab Spearmen and Archers. I think this kit is okay. You know, on these sprues, what's really annoying is you only get these round and teardrop shields, which, you know, if you want to do Spain, the Berbers, who I want to use these guys, I think is kind of mercenary Berber spearmen for the most part, and archers. Well, they'd be Al-Andalus archers. But you don't get the long shields that the Berbers used. You just get the round shields. But anyways, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. I've been going on for too long as it is. With what's coming up next in the channel, I don't think I'll go through the books just because I've been too long of... This has been a kind of a shitty long video as it is. What we're going to be doing is my plans for the future. I think, you know, these Vikings will be done by the end of the week. Next, you know, we go into the French and Indian War, where I'm going to be starting with a sort of small skirmish size and building up over the years. But I'll introduce you to what I'm planning for my, you know, my British aligned forces and then my French aligned forces. And hopefully, you know, I'm gonna have a lot of time in June, at least in the first couple weeks of June. So my goal is to really get those armies done in 2 weeks. I'm not doing my provincials. I'm not doing everything I bought, but I want to get, you know, some forces set up. And then July, hopefully we'll start running some games. that's my plan. Get some real good games in July. And then in July also, the big project is going to be getting a small Al-Andalus force with some Berber mercenaries set up so I can do some kind of Lion Rampant with the Normans I've already painted, who are going to be my Spanish. And, you know, the Bretons will work well as Jinetes and stuff. So I'm really excited for that. I'm going to really take you through that project as well, like I will my French and Indian War, kind of really explain things and, you know, tell you how you can build an army as well. But if you're still with me now, thanks for listening to my inane ramblings and a whole bunch of crap, basically, that this video was. But I do want to put out videos every week. Now that we're in the summer, at least one a week. So take care. Hope you're doing well. Catch you later.